Namaste friends, let's do homeostasis. This is competency PY 1.2 of general physiology. It's from Dr. Anita, Dr. Neeraj and Dr. Karthik along with us. Two AI voices, Ananya and Rohit, will also contribute. Let's begin.
Thanks Dr. Anita, Dr. Neeraj and Dr. Karthik. I am Ananya, an AI voice. Welcome. Let's start. In the beginning itself, we have an ABCD mnemonic for homeostasis. It covers 4 main points for the topic. From A, we have all, that is all negative feedback mechanisms contribute in homeostasis. From B, we have birth and blood clotting, that is, few positive feedback mechanisms also contribute in homeostasis like blood clotting and childbirth. From C is constancy. Here, we have definition of homeostasis, that homeostasis is to maintain constancy of extracellular fluids, and from D, we have clinical significance of homeostasis. D for disease and D for death. That is, disturbance of homeostasis causes disease while severe disturbance of homeostasis can even cause death.
Students, I am also an AI voice, Rohit. Let's continue. Please note, homeostasis is internal balance while hemostasis is stoppage of bleeding. These are different, although look similar by spelling.
We will do the topic on 3 headings or objectives. These are definition, mechanisms, and clinical importance.
Claude Bernards gave the concept of homeostasis, but he used the term milieu intérieur, and later Walter Cannons coined the term homeostasis.
Definition of homeostasis is to maintain constancy of the extracellular fluid or ECF. Or in other words, homeostasis means to keep composition of ECF almost constant. This is critical for health and life.
These are some most important examples like oxygen levels, glucose, temperature, and pH, all are kept within normal range in healthy person. At least 4 or 5 of these values should be written in exam.
Again, same examples of important parameters and their range.
All the body systems work together to sustain balance contributes in homeostasis.
Now, second heading or objective, mechanisms of homeostasis.
Main mechanism of homeostasis is by negative feedback. For any deviation of important parameter, there is body's corrective responses. Means, in negative feedback mechanism, response inhibits the stimulus.
First example of negative feedback mechanism is how thyroid hormones regulated.
Second example of negative feedback mechanism is how cortisol hormones regulated.
Third example of negative feedback mechanism is how body water is corrected in our body.
Fourth example of negative feedback mechanism is how body temperature is maintained in our body. For exam, at least 3 or 4 example of negative feedback mechanism should be prepared in form of flow charts.
Now positive feedback, in which response further stimulates the stimulus. Only at few occasions, positive feedback contributes in homeostasis. First such example is childbirth.
Second example, where positive feedback contributes in homeostasis, is blood clotting. For exam, at least 2 examples of positive feedback mechanism, where it is contributing in homeostasis, should be prepared, in form of flow charts.
Otherwise, normally positive feedback systems start vicious cycle and rather disturb homeostasis.
For example, shock leads shock, cardiac failure leads further cardiac failure due to positive feedback mechanisms.
Our limbic system too can show positive feedback, like if one's hobby become an obsession.
Or extreme enmity. Last 2 slides are not for exam but just for our information. So friends, this was about first 2 headings or objectives of homeostasis. Now, Dr. Neeraj will continue with remaining part and with 2 challenging concepts for the topic.
Thanks, Rohit. Now, third heading, clinical significance or objective. Deviation of homeostasis causes disease, while very severe deviation can even cause death. Finally, we can do 2 sort of extra points. The first is feedback gain. It is calculated by correction divided by error of any mechanism and more the value of feedback gain, more effective the mechanism is. Second point is delayed negative feedback mechanism. It's a complex type of control system. We see in the systems like nervous system. For example, if a movement is very fast, then based on present information, the next or prediction of next movement is done. Thank you so much.